Several years ago, 2016, the Ohio General Assembly decided that they did not want some of this state and federal money that goes through the legislature, this grant money, to go to organizations that perform or promote abortion. And so, in essence, they defunded a small percentage, but they defunded some of the money that was going to Planned Parenthood. I think in that fiscal year, it was about $660,000. Now, that's not national, that's state, but $660,000 in a state level is still pretty good money, right? I mean, you don't want to lose it.
That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm.
So they lost the money. They sued. They sued in federal court, and they lost on appeal in federal court. If this language goes into the Constitution and Planned Parenthood reapplies in Ohio for that money and they are denied, they'll sue again and win. Mm-hmm. Because this language makes it perfectly clear. The state shall not directly or indirectly burden, penalize, prohibit, interfere with, or discriminate against a person or entity that assists an individual in exercising this right. Well, this right isn't just a right. It's the right of reproductive decisions, plural. So the grammar here is wrong. But there's also 5 items. So if you discriminate against their business plan, you're breaking the law. So they have now suddenly they double secured themselves. Now they're going to go back and get their money. It's almost like it's a vengeance game.
And they're going to get more.
And they're going to get more.
Than that $660,000.
All right, again, judge us if we're wrong.
That line right there essentially puts a restraining order against the state.
Yeah. You can't touch them.
That's really what that means. Yeah. You cannot take away our money.
Yep.
You cannot penalize us. You can't harass us.
I'm not even sure you can talk about them. Yeah.
You can't do anything, right? We're going to do what we want.
Yep.
We're going to get what we want.
Right.
And you can't restrict us.
And this isn't statutory. This is a constitutional amendment. So you are basically violating their human rights.
It's not a statute that can be changed by the Ohio legislature. If passed, this would go directly into the Ohio Constitution. And how could you change that?
But they do define the state. Mm-hmm. It's one of the few things they define in this amendment where they say the state shall not directly or indirectly burden, penalize, prohibit, interfere with, or discriminate against either, and they explain that. But the state includes any government entity and any political subdivision. Mm-hmm. Any political subdivision. So home rule's gone. It's all suddenly totally dominated by this. Zoning boards, school boards, you name whatever you want.
City councils.
All of it. Yep. All of it.
Okay. Let's switch subjects. Okay, so for the record now, all the research that everyone has done is clear in plain sight. It's clear in regards to legal precedents. And it's also clear from your point of view, from having been an insider in Planned Parenthood, saying this is exactly the kind of language Planned Parenthood wants.
Yes, this is exactly the kind of language that Planned Parenthood would draft. They would write. I would bet my life that a Planned Parenthood employee, lobbyist, someone affiliated with them drafted this. They wrote this.